Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a potential clue to who might have rescued Grogu during Order 66. That's right now on Star Wars Coffee. Order 66 was a huge thing in Star Wars, and we're continuing to see new perspectives on Order 66 with the more Star Wars content that comes out, the latest being with Grogu. So Grogu got a flashback where Luke pressed his hand upon his head so Grogu could see Order 66 happen. This was crazy. I did not expect to see that during that episode, but while we did see that flashback, there is a bit of a clue as to who might have taken Grogu from the Jedi Temple while the first 501st Legion was taking out the Jedi. So, this comes to us from a Reddit user who had a very keen eye to notice this with the Reddit user named Immortal Soldier. So, very cool thing to see here is this. So, if you look at this screenshot, there's a highlighted area here where you see a Jedi crest. Okay, so this is very cool. And Filoni did this episode, so right out the gate, you have to know that this was totally intentional on Filoni's part, okay? So you can see it where it's highlighted, and then on the other side of the image on the wall, you can also see it again. So this is absolutely crazy, okay? So whose crest is this? Well, this is Barriss Offee's crest, okay? Now, for those of you who have seen the Clone Wars, you will know who she is. She also made an appearance in Attack of the Clones, okay? Alright, so she's a Padawan to Luminara Unduli. Barriss preferred learning and studying ancient Jedi texts in the Temple to war. This mindset, while noble, led her down a path that saw her betray friends and commit terrible acts. And if those of you who have seen the Clone Wars know what I'm talking about, if you haven't, I would suggest you go check it out, because it is a crazy arc with her and Ahsoka that ultimately is just super cool to think about the way that that ends up taking, shape. But regardless of that, that is Barriss Offee's crest. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, so that's Barriss's crest, which means that is a possible clue, especially again knowing Dave Filoni did it, to who took Grogu from the Jedi Temple. Okay, so now this was Barriss's crest. This was on the Wikipedia page, which, let's be honest, is far better than anything that the official StarWars.com databank can have or tell us, because it's the super of super fans who update that page, right, of all of the Wikipedia articles. And they took down the page of Barriss's crest. Now, they claim that there wasn't enough information to tell that was actually her crest, when if you look side by side, it seems extremely clear to me that is Barriss's crest. Even if you just compare it, it doesn't even seem to be questionable in my mind that is Barriss's crest. But you guys can tell me what you think in the comment section down below, but this would be extremely interesting because, I mean, while technically it is a Legends symbol for Barriss's crest that was designed in the final episode of the Clone Wars 5th season, this was a personal emblem designed for the Jedi Quarters, which were introduced in Revenge of the Sith in the form of Yoda's crest, and now we see Barriss's crest here, and the design shows the winged rounded of the Jedi Order and the geometrically pattern that she has, that she and Luminara wore on her face. So that definitely tells me that this is Barriss's crest. But now the question would be, why did she save Grogu? That would be another question that we would have to figure out. But I know with Filoni there has to be some kind of reason for putting this crest on this flashback. This is clearly Barriss's crest, there's not a doubt in my mind. But again, knowing Filoni did it means there has to be some reason that they were going to continue exploring this, because Filoni he's like the the Padawan to George Lucas, right? Essentially, like, he is the guy that people go to now. So if Filoni put that in there has to be a reason, and I think it's Barriss, and that would be an interesting thing to see. Maybe she ended up in Crimson Dawn. They need to bring Ahsoka in for Boba, something like that, which would be even crazier to see. But we'll just have to wait and see if we get an answer to this in the final episode of the Book of Boba Fett, or if it's going to be something that Filoni is going to unpack for us in the future. But either way, I believe that's Barriss's crest. I'm like 100% convinced of it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you, and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe. Do it! And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.